These are the suspension of heavy duty trucks look like, and not just them alone, you're also going to be seeing this type of suspension on long buses, vans and pickup trucks. Well, it is called the leaf spring suspension, and it is actually the oldest and the simplest type of automobile suspension there is, dating as far back as the 1800s. So now, if that is the case, then why would they use an old suspension type like that to support the weight of buses carrying hundreds of people, or even to support the weight of heavy duty trucks carrying tons upon tons of loads? Why can't they just use a newer suspension type like the McPherson strut suspension or even the double wishbone suspension? Why can't they use those ones for this type of vehicles? Well, you see, the way the leaf spring suspension works is that there are several curved metal strips stacked on top of each other, and these metal strips are mostly made out of steel. The entire contraption rests on top of the axle with both ends of the leaf spring attached to the underframe, which is the chassis. So when load is added, those metal strips in the suspension will bend, absorbing the weight. And because of the fact that the entire suspension is connected to the frame at 2 points, and also the fact that the metal strips in the suspension have a larger surface area, it's going to make it a lot easier for the suspension to absorb and distribute that weight evenly across the axle of the vehicle, compared to the other suspension types which only have 1 point of connection. Another advantage the leaf spring suspension has is the fact that it's a lot cheaper to manage and maintain. Like for example, if a single metal strip in the suspension system get damaged, all you need to do is just to replace that damaged strip instead of replacing the entire suspension system. Not only that, they are also very durable and can handle a lot of abuse. So now, if that's the case, then why aren't you using the leaf spring suspension in our normal cars like our SUVs and our sedans? Because looking at the advantages, it should even help reduce the cost, right? Well, the leaf spring suspension also has its disadvantages, which wouldn't make it the ideal choice for these regular cars. One disadvantage is that these suspension types are very rugged and do not provide the amount of comfort you need in your regular day-to-day car. Not only that, they are also a lot heavier, which will not be ideal for a normal small car, because weight is key when it comes to both performance and fuel efficiency. Anyway, I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.